Hey guys, clear track speed here. We're back at it again at Sawyers Locomotion. Alright, we're finally on the best coast, the West Coast. Alright, in this one we have to make a monthly profit of $6,000 for the end of 1919. So this is we're in 1910. This is the Southwest. We'll go ahead make ours make our guy here. We'll actually make the Southern Pacific Railroad Company. Southern Pacific. Just because I like to do that when I run the Southwest here. And then we'll go ahead and change our guy here. We'll go ahead use we'll use another guy here. Oh, there you go. That guy kind of looks Southern Pacific-esque. Call him W.H. Harriman. Sure. That's we'll call that guy there. We'll do a kind of a burgundy color, and then an orange color. Cool, perfect. That'll make our trains and buses look really nice. First off, I think we'll probably do a train, since we do have to make it a lot of money. This is a nice, easy one. We'll start over here. There's a refinery here in El Paso, and then there's a couple of oil wells down here. And I believe our big one is right here. This map is one of the few ones that doesn't change. Some of them are randomly generated. Other of these are not too bad. Yes, and our big money one is the Belmont oil well. So what we'll do, we'll make a little line here that'll connect Belmont and this guy right here. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and level that. Make it nice and easy for the trains to come in. We'll start building backwards just a little bit. Okay, perfect. You may be asking me, why am I not building to there? Well, you know what? It is all about how you actually build right along the like how long the stuff travels for. So definitely does give you a little bit more money if you decided that you wanted to run it right along there. Perfect. Go ahead and level that. Definitely does increase our speed if we don't have to go over a bridge, and it does make track just a little bit easier to maintain here. Go down like that. Perfect. This one will probably do the other way, is that I'll have a passing sidings kind of at various places. Obviously, that hill will be a little bit of a chokehold, but it won't be too terrible. I don't think so. So we'll go ahead and put it right there. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Put that right there. 7, 8, perfect. I'm gonna connect that. We'll go ahead and start running our first train here. With a Baldwin. Excellent. Do that one. Wow! That one. Cool. Excellent. So we'll go ahead. Once we have our first little train here, that. And then that will be the last one right there. Alright, perfect. Got another train here. Probably build another siding up at the top here, so that way we can keep the trains moving here. Another really nice thing is that if we do this, then we can actually build the siding right into the middle. That's what we'll do right there. Perfect. Wait until that train's at the bottom there. Perfect, perfect. There we go. And we'll probably even build another train here since, let's see how that one's doing. Oh yeah, definitely. These trains are only carrying about 9, I think. Make sure that everything's working here. Oh, I think 3 trains is just perfect for right now. Eventually, alright, we're doing pretty good. I think we'll actually probably set up our headquarters right here in this beautiful city of Beaumont, Texas. Nice and happy, and then even go ahead and build a second direction, another train here, just because of that little chokehold. That's already looking a little saggy right now, so let's start working back some of that money right there. Now these trains are nice and happy. Looks like Beaumont not doing too hot on passengers, but we'll go ahead and start chipping away at that too. Go ahead, connect. Part of it? Yeah, that's part of it right there. Now, Beaumont is actually a massive city, so we might even have 2 ones right here. We'll have one at this intersection, and then we'll have one at this intersection right here. Perfect. So that's what we'll do. We'll have one bus that will service all of these beautiful stations. Dallas is actually looking a lot bigger in this one. I don't know, these maps are definitely a little bit more of like a Roller Coaster Tycoon-esque situation. You're not supposed to treat them as the Holy Bible, but you know, don't question the word of the mighty Jimmy. This is a nice, happy Dallas station right here. We'll have another one right here. Over here at this intersection right there. Perfect. So we'll go ahead, go this way, we'll go north, Dallas, and then Central. Probably go ahead and put that regular Dallas station in the center there. That way the buses don't have to go down that little side street, pick up anybody. Although it does help to actually expand the way up to the station, especially later on if I want to build a train. That'll be nice, happy. It's a downtown area. And if Dallas starts wanting to a lot of people, and eventually Belmont's actually doing pretty good for itself. May even actually build a little highway that'll connect these two local cities together. I know our goal is not necessarily passengers in this one, but you know what? The two cities actually being connected by a passenger network doesn't hurt at all. In fact, right now, profits from vehicles does include every single vehicle. So, we're looking for 6,000 by the end of 1919. It's not very long. It's a very, very short time, actually. So, we're going to go ahead and build a highway right now while we still have the time right now. Build a nice little way like that. Might even extend the track just a little bit so that way the buses are not being left high and dry there. And so we'll go ahead, build a nice little highway like that. There we go. By the way, I don't know if I've demonstrated the whistles, but that's what the whistles look like when a train goes over a road crossing like that. So we'll go ahead and connect Belmont and Dallas. Two nice city centers that are being connected by bus on this nice little highway. The only real hiccup here is the little road crossing here to Belmont Whalefield, but it's never that bad. Oh no, the Union Pacific has started. That's funny. As we start getting a little more into the thing here, we start seeing some foreign railroads, at least in terms of like, not to the game. Usually you see other characters that I just went through. But there's Union Pacific, that's now part of our system here. So, anyway, we'll go ahead. Oh, yes. Oh, Union Pacific's in town. And it looks like, oh, we have our first thing. Albuquerque oil wells have drawn dry. Probably because of the UP. Anyhow, the thing about that is that the companies will start to close, and I believe the Albuquerque one is over this way. Oh, yeah, there it is. There it is. Yep, that'll close down in just a second. And that'll disappear, and a new one will open somewhere else later down the line. So, that's nice. At least just to see that it's not a problem that we have to worry about. Sometimes, eventually, later in the future, it will be a problem we'll have to worry about, because we'll have to worry about, you know, making sure that that's a nice little happy place to say, oh yeah, definitely want to make sure that our companies are not closing down or not. That made any sense at all. Sometimes I've had it where I built a line and it was all up and running for a couple of years, and then one of the places shut down. It's kind of tragic, but you know what? It's part of the game. You just tear up the railroad. Sometimes you could save the railroad and you could put it for another use. Like one of the times, like you can actually have one where it's like, oh yeah, you can use that part of the railroad to connect to another place that's like right next door. So, something to keep in mind. How viable is your railroad if you need to reutilize it for something else? So, it's a nice little thing. So we'll do Pine Bluff here. We'll have one over here. We'll have one over here. We'll have 2 buses. We'll have one that goes central. We'll have one that goes Hudson. Cool. Excellent. Excellent. Might even connect Dallas to Fort Worth. Obviously, they are a lot closer in real life. Fort Worth is looking very, very fancy right now. It's actually probably a really, really nice place to build a highway. Oh, yes, look at that. That's actually a really nice one to complete that little thing between Oklahoma City and Fort Worth. So, you know what? We'll go ahead. Actually, go ahead and put that down. And we'll build a nice little highway. We'll connect all these cities. We'll have a nice bus service. It'll connect all these cities too. There we go. Excellent. And now we'll have Fort Worth. Beautiful little station right there in the center. And we'll have a Oklahoma City station. We'll have it right there. Downtown Oklahoma City. This will be a really, really slow bus service, but you know what? Sometimes slower the better, because it'll allow for more people to build up at the stations, and the bus will hopefully never go empty. If it starts looking like those places are not looking too hot, then we'll go ahead and run a secondary service. I think Oklahoma City definitely, we can probably run some over this river here, and maybe out. Yeah, we'll do that one. And then with Fort Worth, we can easily make a secondary station out somewhere out here as well. And then we'll also connect Dallas and Houston there. Looks like the train breaking down at the worst possible place. And how's this doing? We're doing okay. We still have about 3,000 more to go till we start working on those doors there. So let's see, how's Fort Worth looking? Fort Worth is okay for now, and then Oklahoma City's okay for now. Let's take a look at some of our other stations. Make sure that none of them are as bad. This is gonna look kind of bad here for just a second as we work around. Especially, I know El Paso is not looking too hot, but El Paso, we haven't really done anything with that one yet. Mostly our passenger stations. We're doing okay, at least in terms of our passenger service. That's fine. And then I think, you know what, we'll probably make Oklahoma City our next target. Just to connect those locations here. Paso like that, and we'll go ahead and we'll connect the other side of El Paso. Again, this should be another nice one, a nice happy one. Go between El Paso and El Paso South. We're doing okay actually in terms of that. We can actually probably start paying back some of that loan, make it nice and happy. And actually take a look at our money situation right now. So our train, last year, our 4 trains made $31,000 in terms of train income. And our buses made a solid 1,500, just a little shy of 1,500. And then, of course, we also have to take into account our expenses, our running cost. So our bus running cost was $322. Our train running cost was $2,630. We also have our expenses of vehicle purchases, which is generally the biggest. Those are usually the biggest. It just costs a lot of money to actually build and buy a lot of stuff. So yeah, those will definitely hurt, our actual bottom line eventually later on. And of course, we have our loan interest. I think that'll probably be our highest loan interest at the beginning, and then eventually we'll kind of work our loan interest down as time marches on. But yeah, so there we go. So I got that. That's doing okay right now. It's actually perfect. So let's go ahead. Start making another train here, because these trains are starting to hurt just a little bit. It looks like that's not... It's about 75% transported. So you know what? I might even take out... Where's train 4? Train 4 is doing okay for now. But yeah, I think I might even just take that train out, because then all of these trains will make relatively the same profits. Actually, I might even just take out train number 1 here. So, since train 1 is making the least amount of profits, we'll go ahead and move that one. So that way those trains can actually fly, so that way, because this oil field is not producing as much oil as originally anticipated, but it'll be nice just to keep that running, and we'll use that money to go fund another railroad here, something that will make us quite a bit of money here. So let's go ahead, take a look, and we'll even pause the game super quickly, just so that way we can think without the music. And looks like there's the Union Pacific, I think. Yeah. Oh, yep, that's the UP. All right. Perfect. So there's Pueblo, Colorado. Pueblo has a steel mill, oil refinery, printing works, and technically Denver is part of the part of that too. Pueblo and Denver, definitely a lot closer in the game than in real life again, but that's all part of the game here. There's another one over here. That's the livestock here. Definitely doesn't hurt, but trying to think about what is a really good one. Let's take a look at the map here. So, of course, this is our primary area that we have a lot of stuff in already. We can take a look at some of our, let's take a look. Factories, coal mines, chemical works, forest, flour. Our big one is oil wells. We have a ton of oil wells. And then let's look at our oil refineries. Don't have a lot of oil refineries, at least in the south here. Let's take a look at our next oil refineries. Are there any oil wells and then oil refineries? So yes, our next big one is right here. That is a oil well that's up here at Oklahoma City, and then we'll go ahead and connect it up to Pueblo. That's probably a nice happy one. Let's go ahead and take a look. This is a really, really small oil well. Yeah, it only has 217 tons of oil. Comparatively to the other ones, it's really small. But, you know what? That does mean that it's going to make it nice and easy to transport all that oil. So we'll go ahead and work around here, make sure that our station is nice and neat. And I'll make that train is nice and easy when it's on flat and level ground. So you'll see me do this a lot, especially for trains. Now, if I need to put the train on another level, I will. But generally, I will not put the train on a different level, especially up here in the mountains. I mean, these are not mountains. We'll see the Swiss in a little bit, and those are real mountains. This is more like rolling hills. But especially in the early years, super easy to stall a train out. I mean, granted, the train won't stop, but it will basically be stopped. It'll run at a solid 5 miles an hour, and then nothing will move. And if you wanted to run more trains on that line, forget it. It's just basically not feasible to run any sort of train down that line at all, let alone run a full service. But anyhow, that's what you want to make those nice and easy. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we'll do another one right over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. There we go. Perfect. Solid. We'll probably just call that Pueblo CO, because we'll probably have a proper Pueblo station closer to downtown. Yeah, judging by the trains not leaving right away, then probably just actually, I'll follow this train for just a second. Might even build a small little siding over here. Definitely use 2 extra trains here. Go from here to here. Oops. Cool. And then we'll start this train right away. Cool. Excellent. Go ahead and build a second siding up over to this direction. Up over yonder. Let's go ahead, level that out, make sure that that's okay. Perfect. Might even do a second one, or third one, I should say. Excellent. Get some money back. Let's go ahead and take a look and see how we're doing here. It's October of 1911. So, trains are doing a little bit better. Our goal is 6,000. We're at 4,684 right now. And got our nice little ones. Let's take a look at our monorail money winners here. Our biggest money winner is this train right here. That's train number 4, going between Beaumont and El Paso. How's our money winners in terms of buses? Our biggest money winner in bus is actually Oklahoma City to Fort Worth, as I predicted earlier. That's actually really nice. I figured it would be doing okay. It's like Fort Worth has 37 people here, and Oklahoma City doesn't have as many. But Fort Worth can definitely use another bus stop. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and put a second bus stop here, so we can actually start making some money off of those buses. We'll do Central and Fort Worth. Just start making a lot of money off those buses there. That already has 2 people on it. Yeah, definitely that bus will fill up nice and fast. And then let's go see. Got any big ones? Any other big money winners? That is the Little Rock. That's the Little Rock local. Let's cross that bridge again. These bridges do have their perks. Definitely in the early years when you don't have a lot of people on your buses, that definitely does help in terms of gathering more people to ride the bus. More people will tend to gather. They don't have a lot to do in terms of anything else. It's just travel to another part of the town or another part of the city. Oh, there we go. I didn't expect to win that quickly. But yes, we have hit 6,000. Go ahead, take a look. I think our second oil hour did that really well. Because I think it's just most of those, and then mostly our big money winner buses. That's actually doing really well right over here. See how good. I'm surprised. I think that might be... No, it's actually not that bad. I think it probably just because it has passengers in both directions. That's why it's such a big money winner. And it goes pretty far from one side of El Paso to the other. So yeah, so really nice, really good. Gonna go ahead and continue paying off this loan. Just a second. Probably it's a good place to do it. Alright, I'll see you again real soon. Thanks for watching. Clear track speed. Out.